Hey there, friend. Toby here. Welcome. Been a while since we've seen each other face to face, hasn't it? Nice to see you again. In today's lesson, what I'm going to be talking about and chatting with you with is something that's incredibly important. Something that Steve Jobs spoke a lot about when he was still alive and developing Apple into the company that it is. I sent an email about it last week, and it didn't have the impact that I believe it would have or thought it would, because for whatever reason you were busy or whatnot and you didn't see it. So I wanted to do a video about it and do a blog post about it, because this is something absolutely critical to your success and something you really need to hear. So I found an article, it came up on my newsfeed last week, and it was called 7 Reasons Why You Will Never Do Anything Amazing in Your Life. Let me say that again. 7 reasons why you will never do anything amazing in your life. That was it hit home to me, because I'm not sure if you've seen this, but over the past year or so, Layla and I have taken a really big step back in our internet network marketing businesses, and we've really just been doing personal stuff. Obviously, we had our beautiful little Beatrice, our baby girl. Layla was pregnant for obviously 9 months of that time. My band was taking up a lot of my time. We're doing some pretty amazing things. We're doing great stuff around our house and having family time and just enjoying our own personal life together. And because we did that, we kind of neglected our internet marketing businesses, from our following, our community, our team, and all these different things. And from that, I started to develop these different emotions around what we were doing. So when this article came up on my newsfeed and it said 7 reasons why you'll never do anything amazing in your life, it really caught hold of me. Even though I've done amazing things in my life, and Layla and I continue to do amazing things in our life, when you go through a stagnant point in your life where you're not producing the results that you can be, and you're not producing at a level you know you can be, things like this really hit home. So I want to go through them with you, because if you do not break through these, you're dead. Just like the title said, you're not going to do anything great in your life. You're going to let things hold you back. So number 1, because you have not failed enough, because you are comfortable in your mediocrity, because you have not chose to try. Think about it. When you've learned anything in your life, whether you're 10 years old, 20 years old, 50 years old, or 100 years old, when you've learned something in your life, something hands-on, something physical, something mental, from a book, whatever, you failed. You didn't get it right for a numerous amount of times until you got it right. That's how you learned. Math, English, relationships, business, playing a guitar, working out, losing weight, quitting smoking, all these different things. It is basically a cycle of failing enough that you finally get to the place where you figure out what it is that you need to do or how to do it, and you do it. So when you fail more, you learn more. When you learn more, you're implementing more. And when you're doing more, good things happen. So if right now you have not failed enough in your business, if you've not started campaigns that have failed, if you've not bought traffic that have failed, if you've not done blog posts that have failed, if you've not put everything, if you've not done videos that haven't failed, you haven't failed enough inside of your business. If you are still a timid, shy person who doesn't enjoy their life day to day, you haven't failed enough in your life to figure out and find who you truly are and be comfortable with who you truly are in order to get to the next level. So number 1 is because you have not failed enough. And again, below this video here on the blog, I'm going to copy and paste in more detail what was from that article, and do a link back to that article so you can check out that site, because it's awesome. Number 2, because you care what others think about you. This is like one of the most important things. That's why it's number 2 on the list, but it's up there even as number 1 inside of our industry, because our industry is built from our peers. You care about what others think about you too much. You care If you don't fit in, then you feel like there's something wrong with you. If you don't get along with everyone, you feel like there's something wrong with you. When that's a mistake, we're all different human beings. If you don't live your life fulfilled to the max how you want to live it, if you're living in someone else's box, if you're living through someone else's eyes, you're never going to be fulfilled. You're never going to be happy, because you're always wondering, are you making that person happy? Are you making that person feeling good about you? When at the end of the day, you can't live your life to the max, to the fullest, unless you are happy with who you are. And that all comes from being a self journey within. Number 3, because you think you're smarter than you are. Because you think you are smarter than you are. One of the reasons Layla and I were able to go from knowing nothing in this industry to, in less than 2 years, be making 6 figures, within our first year and a bit, be making 6 figures inside network marketing and internet marketing, was for this very specific reason. We came in with the attitude of, I want to learn it all, I know nothing, you are the master, I'm the student, I will forever learn, I will forever implement. We didn't come in with, oh, I'm a teacher, or I'm a PhD, blah, 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 or I'm a doctor, or I'm a lawyer in this place, or I'm very high level in my community and here. And you come in with this way of thinking that you think you know it all, you think you're smarter, you think that this is below you. And when you have that mentality, great things don't happen, because you never get yourself in the trenches enough to do the work to make things that are possible. Number 4, because you don't read. Yes, because you don't read. If you're not filling your mind with self-enlightening prophecies and self-enlightening strategies and business and marketing strategies daily, then what are you normally feeding? You're normally feeding Facebook from your iPhone. You're normally feeding crap from your newsfeed. You're normally feeding news from your radio. All this negative BS just floating around and cluttering up your mind. And how do you expect to have any space for productivity when all you're thinking about is, oh my goodness, is there going to be a war, the terrorists in this country, oh my god, we're in a downward spiral economy, I can't do this, I can't do that, because that's what you're being programmed to think. But when you eliminate all that crap by putting in the good knowledge, when you read daily, that's when great things happen, because you clear up the space in your mind, you get rid of all the crap and open up this endless, infinite gateway of knowledge and power. Number 5, because you lack curiosity. You get your news from the local people around you. You get this, you become into this bubble of this sphere of your world, and that's it. You lose the curiosity to go outside that realm. Have you seen the illustration before somewhere on the internet or offline where it says, it's one circle that's a little small circle, and then there's a giant circle, and then it has you inside the little circle, and then it has everything you've ever wanted outside the big circle, and then with 2 arrows it says where you're at, or your comfort zone, and outside your comfort zone. So basically it's telling you, because of your lack of curiosity, you're not willing to risk whatever it is that you must risk in order to get that reward. You're not curious and adventurous as enough as you used to be, because it's been programmed out of you. Number 6, because you don't ask enough questions. Maybe you're on a training, maybe you're inside a team, maybe you have a mentor, maybe you have a virtual mentor, mentors you're reading from, and you're not asking enough questions. You're not asking enough questions within yourself, and you're not asking enough external questions about what's going on around you and how you can change it. Think about this for a second. If you woke up every morning and the first thing, or the second thing, because the first thing you started to do was be grateful about the life that you have, no matter what situation you're in. It's funny, this weekend I was feeling a little bit down for whatever reason, and in that moment I said to myself, you know what, rather than feeling this way, why don't I just start to say how many things I'm grateful for in my life? And I started to say my health, I started to say my family, I started to say all these different things, and I immediately felt better by just changing my state and saying that I was thankful for what I had, rather than dwelling on what wasn't there. So start asking questions within yourself. So tomorrow, start your day by being grateful, saying these things both internally and externally if you want to, saying what you're grateful for in your life. And then number 2, Why don't you ask yourself, what could I do today that would better my life for tomorrow? And maybe you won't get the answer right away. Maybe you will. Maybe you say, okay, maybe I'll go for a run. Maybe I'll work out. Maybe I'll eat a healthy breakfast instead of McDonald's on the way to work. Maybe I'll call one of my friends and family members I haven't spoken to in a while and say I love you and catch up with them. That little bit of love, that little bit of happiness, that little bit of self-indulgence for that moment will brighten up your day. You brighten up your day, you might have a better tomorrow. You never know. Number 7. Now, you ready for this one? Actually, I'm not going to give you number 7. If you're watching this on YouTube or somewhere else, you're going to have to come over to the blog post to check out number 7 and see what it is, because I'm not going to share it with you. So, what I want you to do right now, if you're watching this video on Facebook or on YouTube, click the link in the description, come to the blog post, read through in depth every one of those 7 reasons, again, so you can break through them. If you're watching this on the blog, congratulations, look below, because you're going to see the number 7th reason why you'll never do anything successful or amazing in your life. Now, if you know these things, you know you can correct these things, and you can do as many amazing things as you want in your life every day. Take care, guys. Love you very much. I'll see you soon.